sugar everywhere.
How would this taste like that? Whoever told you that is lying. This is like a piece of flat dough. Like if you took like a piece of pie crust on the top of like an apple pie, like that's not. This is like something different that we're doing.
We're gonna give you the puppy. What'd you get? Which one did you get? Oh, the peacock? Yeah, that's the best part. Is the butter like amazing?
You set that on fire after I dropped the coffee.
The whole place.
Those will be like, these
The details as to why this is our famous dish. Now, our story begins back in 1951 around the corner on Bourbon Street, which was our original location. Back then we were known as Owen Brennans, not just Brennans, because Mr. Owen Brennan is the patriarch of our restaurant family. He was the first. On this fateful night back in 1951, the entire restaurant was busily preparing for a crazy meal in honor of one Mr. Richard Foster, who was bringing 220 guests. We were doing multiple courses. This meal was special for a lot of reasons. For one, Mr. Richard Foster was actually a close friend of Owen Brennan's. So I highly recommend that if you can, you go ahead and find yourself a friend in the restaurant business. Because if your friend owns a restaurant, your party is going to be amazing. But on top of it all, the reason that they were celebrating, in New Orleans we celebrate anything personal, but what they were celebrating is that he had been elected to the position of French Quarter Crime Commissioner. My understanding is that this is not like a very legally important position, but on the back end, it's very important. It's a handshake kind of job, you know what I mean? So the kind of people that were going to be in attendance to honor this were going to be like the mayor, all the crooked politicians, anyone who was trying to swindle money out of the French Quarter. So interesting folk. It was going to be a very good party. 2 hours before the guests were supposed to arrive, Mr. Owen Brennan popped his head in the kitchen to make sure everything was going according to plan. And it's a good thing he did, because it was at this moment that he discovered that Chef Paul had forgotten to create a dessert for the evening. And Chef Paul had the brass to tell Mr. Owen Brennan, I can't do it, we're too busy, I can't come up with dessert. Can't is not a word that we believe in here at Brennan. And so, Owen Brennan went to, obviously your next choice, his kid sister, front of house manager Ella Brennan, who doesn't know how to cook. That's obviously who should now be preparing dessert. And he tells her, Ella, I need you to save this dinner tonight. I need you to come up with a unique, one-of-a-kind VIP dessert. And by the way, no one's helping you and you have less than 2 hours. So she starts with a breakfast dish her mother used to make for her and Owen, and she's like, I'm making her right now, which is bananas and melted butter, brown sugar, and a touch of cinnamon. She knows that flambéing is all the rage in the French Quarter, so she figures if she does a table-side flambé of this breakfast dish, it's going to elevate it. Here comes your flambé. It's going to get warm, but you're very safe. But you're going to smell. 3, 2, 1. So the secret to getting a big flame is actually how hot the pan is, not the proof of the liquor. I agree too. Ooh, I'm sorry, friends. That was a small thing for y'all.
No worries.
No. She figured all that out in less than 2 hours, which left her a little time to get playful. How could she possibly thank her brother for giving her this amazing opportunity to stress out and come up with a dessert for very important people in a short amount of time? Oh, she figures it out. So, Owen Brennan, remember we said this is the 50s, 1951? This is like diner, small chops, milkshakes. Owen Brennan hates ice cream, which is like such a big fad for that time, that generation. He's not into it. He thinks ice cream is a passing fad, and he thinks it's only for children. So he literally doesn't allow it in his restaurant. So she decides to round out her dessert with ice cream just to piss him off. The first time that he finds any of this out is when she's plating it in front of him at the dinner. So he can't stop her. He has to wait until all the guests have left to tell her how he really feels. Ella, how could you embarrass me like that? I am going to be the laughing stock of the French Quarter. Oh my God. I mean, Ella, there's one rule in my kitchen, and that rule is no ice cream. And she goes, Owen, I don't work in your kitchen. I shouldn't have been making dessert. So they fight the way siblings do, and they argue, and they agree to keep it off the menu, and because it was a private party, no one will ever know that this dessert ever happened. Right? Wrong. Instead, because so many important people were at that dinner, they told their friends, who told their friends, and then people started coming into Brennan literally asking for the bananas made for Mr. Foster. So even though Owen hated this dish, 73 years later, it is our signature dish. It is on the menu. It will never get taken off. And so I like to think of it as the most successful sibling prank in history. Please enjoy.
Thank you so much. Is it like hot with the real caramel? Like that's stupid good.
It's not like that.
No. Last one was good too. This one? Yeah, it's the caramel. So much better than yesterday. Like I'm sure he did the same thing yesterday. It just didn't come out the same.
Alright. Better ingredients. It is stupid good.
With the brick and like the greenery and stuff. It's like stand in front of a trash